Hey, Thunder fans!
Baseball's right around the corner. Your Trenton Thunder begin their jam-packed schedule with an opening night celebration on June 7th. Meet Kate Flannery from The Office, grab a Bat Dog Dash bobblehead, and celebrate 4th of July at the Thunder. Daily specials return with $1 hot dogs and Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Case's Pork Roll Fridays, and Fireworks most Thursdays and Saturdays. There's something going on at every game in 2022. Get your tickets at TrentonThunder.com.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Is your child a scholar, an artist, an athlete? William Penn Charter School, a co-ed friend school, cultivates the talents and potential of students, pre-K to 12. With excellence as our standard, we challenge students in a vigorous program of academics, arts, and athletics. Find details and schedule your visit at penncharter.com/visit.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
From Edith Robb Dixon Field on the campus of Cabrini University in Radnor, Pennsylvania, welcome to the Interact Lacrosse Tournament. Today it's our second semifinal. The Friars from Malvern Prep take on the Quakers from William Penn Charter. Hi, everybody. Alongside Clark Pierce, I'm Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for joining us. This is an intriguing matchup simply because you have Malvern Prep, the number 1 seed, regular season champion, 16-3 overall, 8-1 in conference. According to Inside Lacrosse, the number 2 team in the country. So they are not only fighting for the Interact title, they are fighting for potentially country supremacy.
Absolutely. They are highly ranked, nationally with good regard. This is a very balanced team. It's actually a team that has a lot of youth that contributes on a game-by-game basis. Excellently coached up and down the roster, and they've got to play. But they can't forget what waits for them. They can't be thinking about what waits for them further down the road with Haverford in a matchup with them, which is always a good matchup. They've got to take care of business here with Penn Charter. This Penn Charter team is athletic. They've got a lot of very good athletes, multi-sport athletes. The depth that Malvern has should prevail here, but I think we'll see a good competitive game, which we always see at the Interact semifinals.
Penn Charter, they are a 500 team, 12-12 overall, 2-8 in probably one of the toughest conferences in the country. Coming off a wonderful, thrilling 9-8 overtime win over Germantown Academy. Again, that kind of performance can really help you. They have nothing to lose here. They know what the stakes are. They know exactly where they stand in comparison to Malvern Prep. They're going to go all out.
Absolutely. And, George Glum here, number 20 for Penn Charter, the face-off specialist. He can set the tone for this team, and if he can get hot and win some face-offs, they can get possessions. They have got some fantastic scorers. They really fill up the box score on the offensive end with the two Minchter brothers, Colin and Gavin. So, watch number 21 in blue, watch number 9 in blue. They are high-volume shooters, high-volume scorers.
We are underway as the ground ball picked up by Malvern Prep, but immediately dropped, picked right back up here by Alexander Nikolic, trying to fight his way through a ton of traffic, a triple team, ball down after a check. It kicks towards the front of the cage. It's loose, grabbed once again by Enes Udo, and eventually, well, trying to slow it down, Malvern Prep, they finally get to the outside. Just 24 seconds in. We'll take a look at the goalkeeping matchup. First for Penn Charters, the junior, Noah DeCaney. He had 16 saves in his last game against Malvern Prep, 13 saves in the overtime win over Germantown Academy. He is a diminutive keeper, but he is quick. As the ball's down but picked up. And Penn Charter really not shy about attacking to the outside as the shot comes in. That goes wide by Falkenstein, the Maryland commit, but it is backed up by Enes Udo.
Enes Udo is one of those really good athletes for Malvern Prep. Very good basketball player. Very good lacrosse player, obviously starting as a sophomore on a very talented Malvern team. That says a lot in itself.
Jack Irish with the bounce shot, and he's able to tuck it home. That's the first goal of the game. Jack Irish, the Lafayette commit, makes it 1-0 Malvern Prep.
Talked about it in the first game, Tom. You know, those high to low bounce shots are hard for goalies to track and keep and try to get their hands in front of to stop or slow down. And it was a great shot by Irish. Kenny was put in a tough spot there. He's a very good goaltender, very athletic, small as you mentioned, but a real good player. Plays for Billy McKinney and Triple H. Has an excellent reputation as a big game goalie.
Well, ball down and controlled here by George Glom, so a clean face-off win. So each team has a face-off victory, but now an aggressive ride coming from Malvern Prep. And it'll be over and back. And it goes out of play anyway, no matter how you slice it. The ride from Malvern after the face-off victory, very successful. So now bringing it back alive here is Joseph Sheridan wearing number 7. Drops it here for Jack Irish. We mentioned out of Berwyn, PA. And Lafayette commit. Both teams are stocked with commits, as you would expect here in the Interac. Falkenstein. Around now Sheridan, now back at X. Liam Timmons. Nikolic, who's heading to Cornell. 3 defenders back below the goal line for Penn Charter, but they back off. And isolate here is Nikolic. Who's back behind, look to the crease, but forced wide, Timmons. Around it goes, step up, shot, scores! Ryan Falkenstein makes it 2-0 Malvern Prep.
Yeah, Falkenstein really stepped into that one. I mean, that was a great little play there by Malvern Prep. Enes Udo got the ball and was immediately looking for his teammate to set him up. And he just put that ball on a tee, so to speak, for him to step into and power home. That was a great play by Malvern Prep. Little change up at the X already for Penn Charter. So here's the freshman, number 33, Russell Fitzgerald, coming out. He got a lot of reps this year.
He was a perfect 12 for 12 against Germantown Academy, and he wins this one as well. Cradles in front and takes the shot right into the stick of Joseph Doherty. Oh, now this is intercepted. High, low, scores! Gavin Mitchner pulls the Quakers within 1.
Yeah, Mitchner is as we mentioned in the open, he and his brother, number 21, they're high-volume scorers, and they are opportunistic as well. And that was a great opportunistic play. You know, according to the stats that I received, that would be goal number 48 for Gavin on the year, along with 18 assists. So that is a lot of goals in a 24-game schedule for a sophomore, that's for sure.
So 2-1 lead, and that's a big goal for Penn Charter. As again, Malvern Prep scored the first 2, and another face-off potential victory there, but unable to grab the ground ball was Russell Fitzgerald. So now coming the other way is Thomas Ham. Ham forced out of bounds, and it will be Penn Charter possession.
Yeah, Fitzgerald for Penn Charter, 33. He's won the last 2 faceoffs. He won the previous one pretty clean, came down and, did not take a great shot. Penn Charter needs to possess the ball. They need to possess the ball. They need to shorten this game to give themselves a chance, give themselves a good chance to compete here.
So Mitchner, the Villanova commit, will cradle it away from the defensive pressure of Roman Buono. Brother Pup was on the team last year.
Yeah, Roman on his way to Yale in a couple years, already committed to Yale.
Nice move to get free. Oliver Leedale Brown forced to the outside, the defensive work by Roman Buono. 33 seconds to shoot for the Quakers. Michener. This is Colin Michener with a head fake. Spins left, goes to his right, back to his left, look to the crease, but ball down out of the stick of Leedale Brown. And it's swallowed up by Doherty. Doherty is in a senior year at Malvern, PA. Franklin and Marshall commit. So there's your goalkeeping matchup completed.
Yeah, that was a great look by Colin Mincher there, and Leedale Brown just couldn't get the handle, but the ball was right on his stick, and it would have been a great opportunity for them to tie this up. But nonetheless, here comes Malvern on offense. They're getting looks like their second line coming on here for this shift.
Falkenstein across the far side for Irish. Around the near side it comes for Sheridan. Sheridan throws it low and he scores! Joseph Sheridan makes it 3-1 Friars.
Even with a strong slide coming right at him, Joe Sheridan is still able to get around the extra defender that's running at him and put a great low shot right between the legs of the keeper.
Yeah, not much you can do about that against such tight quarters. It's kind of like a soccer penalty shot. You know, they get that close, you kind of have to guess sometimes.
Yeah, he gave him a good head and shoulder fake and didn't move the stick at all, but got the goalie moving and then just put it because he's moving, his legs are apart, puts it right in between the legs, and it's a 5-hole goal.
It's a false start there against Penn Charter, so it'll be Malvern Prep to take over, another draw victory. So taking over now for Sack. Near side, this is Sheridan. Jack Irish tries to move into the outside. Now back behind the cage. The cutter off the top of the stick of Uno. And the ground ball picked up by Sheridan. That's a bounce there for Malvern Prep. Again, they've had some advantages here. Again, they are the number 1 seed, number 2 team in the country. Last thing a Penn Charter needs to see is them getting a little bit of in the way of luck from the lacrosse gods.
Look, they had the ball in their stick, and they just, they fumbled it out. And essentially, they're kind of kicking themselves here in the shins, and they need to, when they get the chance to possess the ball, they need to possess the ball. They need to hold it. They need to shorten this game and give themselves as many opportunities to stay in this as possible.
Falkenstein couldn't get it to go. It's taken here by Sheridan. Still plenty of time to shoot. They'll get a fresh 60 to work with.
Yeah, there's a discrepancy here. The Penn Charter staff does not think that ball got to the cage, but they gave him a shot clock reset, although the shot clock's not moving.
They may be having some issues with the shot clock right now. Nope, they just restarted it, and it's taken over by Nikolic back at X. Spins his way out in front, tries to stuff it, and he scores! So, Alexander Nikolic makes it a 4-1 game. And right now, Malvern Prep is rolling.
Yeah, A.J. Nikolic, I mean, there's, he's one of the top players in the country in his class. He's a junior, committed to Cornell. Inside Lacrosse has him ranked as the number 15 player in the country. Some of the services have him as a 5-star, some as a 4. I think he's a solid 5-star. He's the real deal. And that's a small slice of it right there for you, for sure.
Big draw here, controlled by Penn Charter. That's one aspect where they've done pretty well. They lead that category 4-2, but need to turn it into goals as Glom gets it up ahead. This is Colin Michener. For Owen Black, he's heading to the Blue Hens. Extending the defense is Roman DiBartolomeo.
Owen Black's a player that started at Radnor High School and transferred to Penn Charter.
Black trying to get free, tosses across, looks to the crease, intercepted by Doherty. Talk about playing your position again. It's not always about shots on goal. It's about clear opportunities like here, and then intercepting as kind of a 4th defender as well. And trying to running back his way free is Patrick Keenan, the Penn State commit. Up now for Udo. And now back behind the cage. So here's Liam Timmons, another Franklin and Marshall commit.
All right, now we got the second line. I was a little premature on that a couple shifts ago, but this is the Malvern Prep second line right here.
Cutting up here is Colin Kraus. Back behind the X, Timmons. Looks out in front. It gets away.
That's a great play by Roman Buno there. It's not easy to punch that ball back to your teammate with somebody hacking on you the whole time.
Here's Colin Kraus, 25 to shoot. Gets to the outside. Now back behind again, Timmons. Majka draws the double. And across for Kraus. Kraus gets hands free. Back behind again. Around it goes. Sharp angle try. They score. And Asuto. It's now 5-1 Malvern Prep. And a timeout called by Penn Charter. As we take a look at that last goal, you can kind of see that Malvern Prep, they come in layers. As there are two potential pass recipients there. It eventually gets over to Udo. The sharp angle, and Noah DeCanny just looks to the skies. Well, what do I have to do to stop this Friars club? And right now, Penn Charter down by 4 relatively early.
Yeah, great movement off ball by Enos Udo on that cut. The defender that was watching him got caught ball watching, didn't see him move off, and fundamentally sound play by him. Cuts off ball when his opponent's not looking. He's got his hands and his stick in a shooting possession. His teammate hits him right in the stick. He follows through, and it's a tic-tac-toe goal there for Malvern Prep.
Well, right now, what does Penn Charter need to do to get back into this game? I think you said it earlier. Slow it down.
They got to slow it down. I mean, they're having some decent success here. I think they're up 3-2. This will be our 6th face-off here coming up, or maybe this is our 7th. So I think they're either up 3-2 or it's tied 3-3. And, when they win those face-offs and they get possession, they need to possess the ball. They need to hang on to it. They can't just throw it away. Can't try to take a poor shot. They don't have the luxury of that. So they've got to take some time off this clock and try to control the tempo as best they can.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Again, hang on to the ball, kill 60 of 80 seconds, and then get a quality shot. You got plenty of time to come back. Down by 4 with 5 minutes to go, or 4:34 to go in the first quarter. It's not necessarily panic time, but it's really a good timeout to kind of settle everyone down. And talking about playoff jitters, maybe.
Yep.
They knew it was going to be a fight. They knew they'd have to play a near-perfect game, and from here on out, that's what they got to do to try to get back into it.
Yep. Yeah, so Fitzgerald out there, 33 in blue again for the freshman out there for Penn Charter. And again, he's been having success, and he gets it again right there.
Penn Charter has won 5 of the 7 draws, but again, this midfield is formidable. It's so tough to get through all that traffic. As here's Lee Dale Brown, gets free, takes a shot and a save. They finally get even though it was early in the shot clock opportunity, as this is intercepted, shot comes in, that bounces wide by Mitchner, and it's backed up by Malvern Prep. Even when things go right, they don't go right for Penn Charter right now.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow if you're Penn Charter. You have a point-blank shot, and the goalie is able to get down and stop it on Liddell Brown, and then they pick it off again, and they can't knock it in. So that's the opportunity that they wanted. I mean, I'm sure that's what head coach Pat McDonough was looking for, was a couple of quality opportunities. They got them, but they couldn't capitalize.
Sheridan with a skip move to his left. Drops it near side. Shot comes it off the outside of the post by Nikolic. But it is backed up by Malvern Prep, and they'll have 60 to shoot as it hits the outside of the net.
A.J. Nikolic can shoot flat-footed. He can shoot on the run. He can dodge. He's a complete package.
Irish looks near side. Step up, shot blocked. Patrick McDonough got in the way of that one. Look to the front of the crease, and they score. A.J. Nikolic with his second of the game makes it 6-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what head coach Pat McDonough for Penn Charter is yelling at the refs here, but he is fired up. He is pretty far onto the field. They're giving him some latitude here. I don't know if that's frustration.
That's, again, looking at the replay, that's probably it right now, because there was really no infraction that was obvious to us.
I think he's just trying to set it up for the future here, but
so a 6-1 lead for Malvern Prep.
Yeah, Fitzgerald's got it again. I mean, he wins the clamp, either real clean or wins it there with a little, but they don't get the ball. I mean, they have these better than 50-50 opportunities.
That goes just wide by Thomas Ham, and you can understand why Malvern Prep is feeling it. Up by 5. Again, it's still in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that was a goal. Hey, you know, Ham beat the keeper there, but he just missed the cage. So it's they're lucky to only be down 5 right now, but
Majka draws in 2.
They come at you at waves, Tom. This Malvern Prep team. I mean, there's so much talent. It's so deep, and these kids are all just. I mean, you just look at them. They're just playing hard. They're playing fast with immediacy.
Dylan O'Connor. Colin Kraus back behind at X. Trying to get out in front was Timmons. Now it's back behind again for A.J. Nikolic. Tries to swim his way free. Looks to the crease. Off the crossbar. And it's smart to just let this go out of play. Get the backup. Not worry about the ground ball as Udo lets it go.
I think that was a pass. I think he was trying to pass the ball. I mean, it was one-handed with his right hand, which is his dominant hand, but they may have gotten a little gift there.
Nice look to the near side. Sharp angle trying to save by DeCanny.
DeCanny knows the book on A.J. Nikolic. He likes to shoot high, and he just stayed high on that one, and he guessed correctly, and boy, that they needed him to guess right on that one.
Generoso Rulo gets it up ahead for Gavin and Michener. Trying to get away from the defensive work of Luca Di Bartolomeo. Owen Black. Now for Peter Miletus, who is a Duke commit. Back for Black. This is, again, you don't like to say it in the first quarter, but this is pretty close to must score here for Penn Charter.
Yeah, this is a big possession for Penn Charter.
Yeah, down 5, 1:05 to go in the period, 30 to shoot. Michener looks to the crease, fakes it, tries to back his way in, draws the double team, cradles away from traffic, throws it towards the crease, but it's off the stick of Gavin Michener. And what do we have? It's a man in the crease. He was pushed in. And Penn Charter will get possession. And a fresh 60 to work with that they don't need. 54.7 to go in the quarter.
Colin Minster there, he's really pressing, trying to create an opportunity for his team. He found his brother wide open, but just had to put that pass a little bit off his stick just in order to get it to him in between all the Malvern Prep sticks in his way.
I like that Brendan Krause is not going to allow Owen Black to get a running start. Going to force him to work even near the center line. But that also means you can get beat relatively easily. It goes to the outside, nothing out in front, goes back behind at X. Now look to the crease, out of the stick of Nick Walter, and controlled by Malvern Prep. Down to 20 seconds to go in the period. Doherty starts the clear, long pass up ahead, that connects. Edward Devine moves in with speed. Devine drops it off. Couple looks to the crease, back up top. Nice head fake, shot that goes just wide by Krause. Backed up by Malvern Prep with 4.7 to go in the first quarter. And it will be a timeout for Malvern Prep. Again, up by 5 late in the first. I think they see an opportunity to, again, they smell blood in the water.
Yeah, they definitely smell blood in the water here. You can go from a 5-goal lead to a 6-goal lead. And it's one of those backbreakers. Anything you can score in the last, 30 seconds, the closer you are to double zeros, the harder it is for the other team to recover from. So 4.7 seconds. But what we learned in the first game, you got 4 seconds or more. You got enough time for a dodge and get yourself in front of the cage and get a shot off. So I would expect Malvern Prep to, dodge hard, starting with the ball, looking for some cutters. A bunch of guys just all driving towards the net to cause chaos in front. See if they can get another one here before we end the first quarter.
Yeah, what a performance so far from Malvern Prep. A.J. Nikolic leading the way, but it's been very balanced. You have his 2 goals, and you have Falkenstein, Udo, Sheridan, and Irish with the others. So they're spreading the wealth, showing their depth, and showing again why they are the number 2 team in the country right now. So they'll have 2 back behind at X, and I would think everyone else is considered to be a cutter. As they'll set something up, look to the crease, nobody there, picked up on the ground ball, and they'll run out of time. Looked like a timing play intended for Krause, and he shot that well late. He's getting a bit of a talking to, but they're going to let it all go as we head to second quarter action. We'll take a break. As it's 6-1 lead here for Malvern Prep over Penn Charter. You're watching the Interact Lacrosse semifinals on the Sports Fan Base Network.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
Is your child a scholar, an artist, an athlete? William Penn Charter School, a co-ed friend school, cultivates the talents and potential of students, pre-K to 12. With excellence as our standard, we challenge students in a vigorous program of academics, arts, and athletics. Find details and schedule your visit at penncharter.com/visit.
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from the campus of Cabrini University in Radnor, Pennsylvania. By the way, I want to thank all the folks here at Cabrini, not only for hosting this great event, but for their hospitality, not only to the players downstairs, but to us here in the booth, making sure we're set up and all ready to go. Second quarter action underway. Swimming free here is Liam Timmons. And the offense can set up now for Malvern Prep. They lead 6-1. Alongside Clark Pierce, I'm Tom Wilms. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Congratulations to Haverford. They have punched their ticket to the championship game on Friday night. Let's see which team will do it here. Look to the crease, pass low, good recovery, better save. DeCanny able to jump up and swat that one down and grab his own ground ball. Reaching back forward here, Zachary Curtin gets to the outside. Running backs his way through and then gets tackled down. And they're going to call that legal and out of play. So it'll be Malvern Prep possession.
Wow. That looked like a penalty to me, but maybe most of what we saw as a penalty happened out of bounds. But not a good choice there by Zach Curtin, number 25 for Penn Charter. I mean, he had three guys on him, and he didn't really have the angle to get across. To get the ball cleared, and he was going to get forced out at the out of bounds line. So he could have made a better choice, roll back, find a teammate far side.
And it wasn't like it was close to the 60-second mark either, so he had the time.
You got plenty of time. I mean, you can go back and forth across the midline, these college rules. You just have to have the ball across before the clock hits 60. So as long as you get the ball over that midline, you're in good shape, and you can go back and forth to teammates if you need to. But, again, another mental mistake there, an unforced error that Penn Charter just can't afford.
Good look here by Irish. Jack Irish, goal line extended, back behind. Around it comes near side for Falkenstein. Falkenstein gets hands free, fires, and a nice save there by DeCanny.
Yeah, let's put a star next to that save.
Another trying to save by DeCanny as he's starting to step up. And it looks like there's a push into the crease, and it will be Malvern Prep ball. And DeCanny jumping up and down, going, yeah, I got this. He's back. He's in this game in spite of being down by 5. I think he understands that he's got to loom large if they're going to come back in this contest. Look towards the crease. Shot comes in. That's deflected. Taken back, though, by Timmons. Spin move by Sheridan. And he'll settle it down with 42 to shoot. Back up top, Jack Irish. Round it goes. Falkenstein. Goal line extended to Nikolic. Good ball movement here by Malvern Prep. High check. Flag flies. Kraus. Back behind the X. Back for Kraus once again. Correction, this is Udo. Now, Trying to move through Nikolic. Gets free, fires and scores! A.J. Nikolic with his third of the game makes it 7-1 Malvern Prep.
Yeah, a great play by A.J. Nikolic. I mean, even with the defender kind of draped all over him, he's still able to get his hands free enough and put that ball into a tight space. Look at him bring the stick back and still go through. Boy, he's got a guy hanging on him, one guy sliding to him, and another guy comes through and gets an extra free shot in. So the cross-check penalty on number 6, Owen Black, will stand. So we'll have a man-down face-off here.
Oh, a huge face-off here for Penn Charter if they want to get back into this game again. Down 6. It's still early in the second quarter. But Malvern Prep is rolling pretty well. Again, these two teams have played twice in the regular season. Malvern Prep won them both, as Malvern Prep won at Penn Charter 17-9, but then it was an 11-9 game at Malvern Prep. So a big draw and control here by Russell Fitzgerald.
Yeah, he's got to take the draws, Tom. I don't know, I mean, I know the senior, and then they can't hang on to the ball.
Ball down. And a flag flies, so they may have at the very least drawn a penalty.
Yeah, no, I think the cross-check, 1 minute. So it's on 22 White.
So there goes the man up as Kyle Trainer, the High Point University commit, will take the knee.
So Kyle Trainer, the best I can tell, is the 5th trainer boy to play lacrosse at Malvern Prep. How about that? What do you think the food bill is at the Trainer household? Right?
5, again, top-level athletes.
Yeah, a lot of them went to Penn State, right? And then, that's an impressive lineage, and my hat's off. I've never met his parents, but my hat's off to him. 5 boys. Maybe there's more. I don't even know. I just know there's 5 that played boys lacrosse at Malvern Prep.
20-second difference between the penalty clocks. So we're playing a little 5-on-5. Here is Liddell Brown, just chasing to the outside, maybe looking to time it to get the man-up situation, which would, again, would only last 20 seconds. They'll isolate 2-on-2. Liddell Brown forced back on the poke check by Roman Buono. Now here's Chet Kempinski. Black. Liddell Brown. Kempinski once again, as now the man-up begins. And the shot comes in. That goes just wide by Kempinski.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, that was a great little play. They created a ton of space there, and they just can't hit the cage. I mean, Kempinski really is a do-it-all attackman. I mean, he'll do everything for you. He did everything right there, but just didn't put the shot on the net.
So the man up over. Shot comes in. Saved by Doherty. But the ground ball picked up by Black. Both teams 0 for 1 on the man up. We're back to full and even strength on both sides. A full 10-on-10.
Nick Walter, again, that's the second play in a row where Colin Minchner has set up his teammates with, real good opportunities to score. In that case, Nick Walter just didn't get high enough above goal line extended. At least another step, maybe 2.
Ground ball as Minchner tried to dance his way free. That's Colin Minchner, and then it's lost.
I think Colin Minchner, he's a senior. He's trying to do a little bit too much here. I mean, he's at his best when he's setting up his teammates, especially with the amount of attention that he draws. He's a high-volume scorer, as we've talked about, but he gets himself in trouble right there. He had the double team. He was trying to get past it himself. They obviously want to win this game. They want to put up a good showing at the very least. And
off the post by Joseph Sheridan. He goes low to high and rings it off the iron.
Yeah, that shot was ripped, and it just missed the cage. I mean, it gets a shot clock reset to 60 for Malvern Prep. But, boy, have we seen them take the shot clock down at all? I mean, they are just going full throttle right at Penn Charter here.
Udo on the near side. Looks back at X here for Timmons. Around for Falkenstein. Look to the crease. Ball down.
And Penn Charter's got to get this ball.
And ground balls, again, we're not keeping the stats here. As there's a big check thrown, but it does go out of play, and it will be Penn Charter ball.
Oh, that's huge for them.
That is very huge, simply because they've not been able to win these ground ball battles. They're down by a 7-1 score. They need to start winning just about every other battle right now. Now a little control here from DeCanny. Up ahead for Owen Black. Black trying to find room. Toss up ahead off the stick of McDonough, and it's intercepted. We go the other way. Here's Falkenstein.
Yeah, Owen Black kind of ran himself into trouble there.
Here's a little 3-on-2. Skipped all the way across, deflected almost right into the stick of Udo. Ball still down. Udo gets right back up into the play. Can't quite pick it up, so he kicks it behind the cage. Big shoulder barge thrown there on the loose ball. And trying to back his way after picking up the ground ball is Callahan. He gets free and then tosses it away. That's great work by Matthew Callahan. Then he gets stepped on, so a flag flies. Trying to jump through here is Owen Black. He'll get over the line and taken by Gavin Mitchner. Again, delayed penalty coming up against Malvern Prep. 5:32 to go in the first half. It's been all Friars in this one so far, 7-1.
Matt Callahan really helped there. I mean, that was a great play by him. Oh, and a nice
beautiful goal there from Gavin Mitchner. That's his second of the game. And not only do they get the goal, they'll get the man up most likely. So maybe a momentum shift here in the favor of the Penn Charter Quakers.
Yeah, that's what they needed. You know, they needed that goal from Gavin Mitchner, and that was a very pretty move coming around cage and no hesitation. He knew right where he was going to put it. Not a high percentage shot, but when you practice it and practice it and practice it, I'm sure he's got that grooved, and it sure looked like it.
So with 5:23 to go in the first half, a 5-goal deficit for Penn Charter.
Unnecessary roughness on Malvern Prep.
Luca Di Bartolomeo will take the knee. Great story. He's in non-Hodgkin's lymphoma remission. So very happy to see that, obviously, as a sophomore. Heck of a defender as well. But the draw won by Malvern Prep.
So that's Nick Waymeyer, who's, you know, on the depth chart I'm looking at is listed as the third third face-off player for Malvern Prep. He is an excellent wrestler. Malvern Prep has one of the best high school wrestling programs in the country, and he is one of their top wrestlers. And he obviously knows a thing or two about leverage.
Well, the skills do translate to lacrosse well, and he's just a sophomore too. So again, grooming him in a big spot here in the Interact semifinals.
Yeah, there's a few standouts on this lacrosse team that are also wrestlers. Roman Buno is another one. You know, those two sports do go hand in hand. You see a lot of basketball players play lacrosse, football players play lacrosse, but wrestling is one of those sports, especially at the Face-Off X. You have a lot of players that do that. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that 33 Russell Fitzgerald is also a wrestler. What do you think? Safe bet?
I think that is a very safe bet. Again, you mentioned earlier him having a big body, a naturally big body as a freshman. And he's certainly got the quickness as well. Just 13 to shoot here for Malvern Prep as they kill off the man down. Penn Charter's now 0 for 2. Now they can see if they can get some offense going with 6 seconds to shoot. Look to the crease, deflection, save. It was just a deflection off of Udo's stick. But, you know, that's why you throw it to the crease, see what happens.
Good things happen when you go to the crease and you move the ball in front of the crease. They gave it a shot.
Again, this is aggressive ride here, and they're going 10-man as well as Udo picks it clean. Tries to move his way in. He gets knocked down, loses it, and there's the push. There's the flag, and there's the whistle.
Yep.
And it's funny how that hard work, whether in this case being Ennis Udo or any kind of forechecker or ride participant in this case, it just draws penalties. It draws frustration.
Push with possession on Jerry Rulo, who's, you know, look, this Penn Charter defense has got their hands full with what they're dealing with down there. And, you know, this Malvern Prep offense is, I mean, they take no prisoners. They are going all out all the time. And that ride was a great example of it.
And sending a message to all of the rankers and voters around the lacrosse world that they want to be the #1 team in the country. Look to the crease, shot and a score! Michael Ortlieb.
That's gorgeous lacrosse. I mean, when you know that's too quick. Those three players set up like a triangle, and we'll see it here on the replay. But they just, I mean, this is tick, tack, dough. There's your tick, there's your tack, and there's your dough. I mean, That's beautiful lacrosse. The ball is in their sticks, each of them for way less than a second, and the balls are passed right to the sticks to keep everything easy, efficient, and that's impressive stuff.
The ball moves faster than the feet, so let the ball do the work, and that's exactly what they did there, taking full advantage of the man up, as this will be Penn Charter possession. So let's see if they can find their way back into this again, down 8-2.
I mean, Penn Charter's got to find a matchup where they have the advantage, right? And I think it's got to start with Gavin Minchner and Colin Minchner. They're both going to play Division I lacrosse. They're both good players. Colin's got to get higher there. It's one more step up just to give himself a better angle.
Again, early in the shot clock for that kind of opportunity, as ball down but picked up right away by Kyle Traynor. Yeah, I understand the frustration of being down 8-2, but again, you can't score. There's no 6-point goal, not even in the professional game. So you take your time. You still have plenty of time to get back into it. And you want higher quality shots there. That's Dylan O'Connor will control, though. Majka back to O'Connor. Actually, no, it's going to be Majka to keep it. Now back to O'Connor. Thomas Ham. Now back at X for Timmons. Gets away from him, and it'll be Penn Charter ball.
Yeah, I wish we were keeping stats on unforced errors. That'd be the first one for Malvern Prep? That's the first one I can remember in
I
a
would
while,
say
right?
so. It's definitely in the 1 to 2 range, to be honest with you.
You got to think with a team this deep and this talented, if you make a mistake like that, if that impacts your playing time, right? Because there's 3 or 4 guys right behind you waiting for that chance. So probably part of the reason they play at such a high level and are so, tight with their passes and precise with their, with everything they're doing.
Penn Charter will back it up. Down by 6 with 90 seconds to go in the half. Walter, stutter steps, draws practically a triple team. That's something we haven't seen from Penn Charter. Again, when you feel the double, you've got to find the open man. They haven't been able to do that.
That's good offense, but he's got a couple guys running at him. And
Sharp angle try by Walter doesn't go. And it will be backed up by the Quakers. They'll have 1:09 to go, and this is a good timeout. I think Penn Charter recognized that they were running around a little bit, so maybe just set something up, try to get a good taste in their mouth heading to the break.
Yeah, I mean 8-2. It feels like it's 12-2. I mean, it doesn't feel that way. The way that Malvern Prep is peppering Penn Charter with shots. I mean, I'm going to say, Noah DeCaney is keeping Penn Charter, in reaching distance here. And I think head coach Pat McDonough realizes, hey, if we can get one here, we can win a face-off. Maybe we can steal another one. We can cut this lead in half, and psychologically, gives us momentum. It gives them some doubt. This is a good chance. I can't put this timeout in the bank. Let's use it. Let's set up a play. Let's get our guys going. But that last play there by Nick Walter, number 11 for Penn Charter, he had a great dodge going. He draws the slide, and then he started a redodge. Like, let's see. I want to see you take that ball, Nick. Go right to the goal with that shot, because you got the defense on their heels, and more than likely you're going to draw another slide. Somebody's going to be open backside. You may have had an opportunity there. Easier said by me than done, but, I like to see that redodge. Players come down the alley hard, draw a slide. As the slide goes away, you dodge again and see if you can draw that extra slide, which creates more chaos for the defense as far as them recovering and finding all the open men.
That's exactly it. Chaos is the perfect word for it. That's something that Malvern Prep does extremely well. Again, the number of cuts per second heading towards the front of the cage. They do such a great job of, again, setting up, the offense and then just finding everyone going to the cage, just weaving their way through. It's almost surgical how they cut you apart defensively.
And I feel like A.J. Nikolic, 13, I feel like he sets the tone. Like, he plays with immediacy. He plays fast. He plays hard. When he's dodging, he's not yo-yoing and dancing around. Like, he's going hard. And I think the rest of the players on that offense pick up on that, especially the younger players. They see that. I mean, what they're doing on the ride, like what Enos Udo was doing on that last ride where they were able to cause a turnover, that's impressive. And he forced the penalty on Penn Charter, which led to the tic-tac-toe goal that they had. So it's impressive.
Owen Black will take care of business here against Kyle Traynor. They'll isolate. Gets free on the outside. Fires, and it goes wide. But it is going to be Penn Charter possession on the backup. About a 10-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, as you may be able to see.
So I'll take that shot. As the coach of Penn Charter, I'm okay with that shot. That's a good shot. He's on the run, going down the alley. Didn't draw a slide. We got guys behind if he doesn't make the shot, and Penn Charter still has possession.
Behind here's Colin Mitchner. Nice look. Spins. Ball down as Gavin Mitchner could not control. Then he is knocked down.
Okay, they're calling it a push. Could have gone either way on that one, but
it'll stay Penn Charter possession and another timeout.
Yeah, it's the last one. Might as well use it, right?
With 26.1 to go in the second quarter. And again, they can learn from what they saw last time against from Malvern Prep's defense, change something up. And again, a quality shot is key. I mean, if they can pull into the locker room, or rather take the break and be down by 5, again, it's obviously more of a realistic proposition to get back into this game.
Yeah, Paul O'Grady, who is the one of the assistant coaches for Malvern Prep, he runs the defense for Malvern Prep. Somebody that played at a high level in college, played professionally for the Philadelphia Wings. Like he's been around the game for a long time. Don't be surprised if he puts something, I don't want to say gimmicky, but just kind of throws a curveball, if you will, at Penn Charter here. Maybe a little matchup zone. Maybe they double the ball. They come out and pressure, slides much earlier. They like to do things defensively. Throw a little, make you make decisions, make you make choices that you didn't think you were going to be making. So let's keep an eye on this Malvern Prep defense and see what they've got up their sleeve.
Something they haven't really done a lot of is really test Joseph Doherty. Again, the 2 goals on the board, I'd say maybe 2, maybe 3 more shots on goal.
Yeah, they haven't hit a pipe, but Doherty has a pretty clean sheet to this point, and it's mostly there's just not a lot of volume going on here.
Well, on the near side, it'll be Oliver Liedel Brown with 24 seconds left. All the way around it goes here for Colin Mitchner. Mitchner isolates here against Richard Datz. Sweeps to his left. Draws the slide, lowers his shoulder. 15 seconds left, tries a shot. That's fought off by Doherty. And he'll get the ground ball. Outlet right away with 9 seconds left. Friars look to push. Up ahead here is DiBartolomeo. Steps up the long pole, tries near side. Udo with the shot, and he scores! Enes Udo, his second of the game, with 2 seconds left to go in the half. It's now 9-2 Malvern Prep.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker. Owen Black's got to do a better job slowing down DiBartolomeo there. And Udo just puts the ball in one of those spots where the goalie can't get to it. And yeah, this Malvern Prep team is they're impressive. They've got a lot of weapons, and they're all playing. Nobody's loafing out here in white today. They're playing hard, and Penn Charter is playing hard, and they want to compete. There's no question about it. But this is a tall hill to climb.
From way outside, the save forced there on Doherty. That would have been impressive by Russell Fitzgerald. But we go to the half, 9-2 lead for Malvern Prep. We'll take a break and come back with third quarter action in just a few moments, as you're watching the Interact Lacrosse semifinals on the Sports Fan Base Network.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Is your child a scholar, an artist, an athlete? William Penn Charter School, a co-ed friend school, cultivates the talents and potential of students, pre-K to 12. With excellence as our standard, we challenge students in a vigorous program of academics, arts, and athletics. Find details and schedule your visit at penncharter.com/visit.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the sports fan-based network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the sports fan-based network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hey Thunder fans! Baseball's right around the corner. Your Trenton Thunder begin their jam-packed schedule with an opening night celebration on June 7th. Meet Kate Flannery from the office, grab a Bat Dog Dash bobblehead, and celebrate 4th of July at the Thunder. Daily specials return with $1 hot dogs and Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Cases Pork Roll Fridays, and Fireworks most Thursdays and Saturdays. There's something going on at every game in 2022. Get your tickets at TrentonThunder.com. Hey, Thunder fans! Baseball's right around the corner. Your Trenton Thunder begin their jam-packed schedule with an opening night celebration on June 7th. Meet Kate Flannery from The Office, grab a Bat Dog Dash bobblehead, and celebrate 4th of July at the Thunder. Daily specials return with $1 hot dogs and Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Case's Pork Roll Fridays, and Fireworks most Thursdays and Saturdays. There's something going on at every game in 2022. Get your tickets at TrentonThunder.com.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we're live from the Edith Robb Dixon Field on the campus of Cabrini University in Radnor. Heading towards third quarter action. It's been all Malvern Prep in this semifinal as they lead Penn Charter 9-2. Alongside Clark Pierce, I'm Tom Williams. Thanks so much for joining us, as right now it's going to have to be baby steps for Penn Charter to try to get back into this game. One aspect that they've done very well in is the draw. And that is, again, a good way to get back into this game, see if they can get some quality shots. As that's from the outside, they score a rocket from Russell Fitzgerald. A shocker. As, again, he was looking to dish pretty much the second he picked up the ball. Again, you can see him, head on a swivel, looking around. He goes, all right, you're not going to cover me? Then wham! Why not fire it home?
Yeah, it looked like Dougherty, the goalie for Malvern Prep, thought he was going to pass it and almost started to move in the direction of where he thought the pass was headed, and he was able to blow it past him. So a good little momentum swing here, let's hope.
And a false start, and it will be Penn Charter ball. So Fitzgerald will be tempted to stay on. Actually, they're going to have him stay on. So now, again, this is where you're Penn Charter and you slow it down a little bit. Again, it's still down by 6, but still plenty of time. You want quality to go with your quantity. Bad pass. And this is going to be a problem as the stick is knocked out of the hands of Gavin Mitchner. It's not as simple as when you play a video game, push the direction of the joystick and push a button. It's got to be receivable. Speaking of And Nasudo was able to fight through some traffic.
Yeah, Udo's got a motor. He just keeps going. And, you know, that was Roman Buno was trying to clear the ball. It was a little bit high for his teammate, but watching the whole way, Uno comes up and you know, helps back up that loose ball and keep possession for Malvern Prep here.
And Udo just a sophomore, so he's certainly getting looks today. Fights through the stick check. Thought about it may have been high. Look to the crease. Quick stick. Shot save. Great opportunity for Falkenstein, but a better save by DeCaney.
I like DeCaney. I think he's real good. He's got great fundamentals. Stays in there. He's tough. He's the leader of that defense, calling slides, calling formations. He's
and doing a great job of leading this clear.
Absolutely.
Desperate pass up ahead. And it gets to the corner. Eventually hockeyed away and scooped up by Matthew Callahan. And right now, Penn Charter actually feels like they're already in some kind of a desperation mode here. Everything is a big battle, but a loss there. As moving up is Buono.
It's a little Radnor on Radnor crime there. Owen Black, a Radnor resident, Roman Buno also from Radnor, and they know each other from Youth League for sure.
Falkenstein out of Broomall, PA. Now here's Jack Irish. Lights on here at Dixon Field. Falkenstein skips it near side. Shot scores! Colin Krause picks the near side corner. And it's now 10-3.
Yeah, we had a perfect angle of that shot, and he just, put it into like a one. You know, what do you think? A 10-inch by 10-inch square there, just below the bar.
Stamp.
I mean, that is, you know. But he put it where the goalie wasn't, and he had a little bit of a screen in front of him with the defender. So I'm sure DeCaney didn't see it and pick it up until it was too late.
It is so impressive, the accuracy of lacrosse players at every level, from this level all the way on up to the pros.
Well, it doesn't happen without practice, right? I mean, you can't just walk on a field and do that. You've got to practice that, and that is
hours of wall ball, hours of shooting. Clean win here by Glom as he is triple teamed, wrapped up, ball down. As it squirts towards the cage, trying to spin his way free is Colin Mitchner, but he is decked.
Just good. I mean, he was able to get the ball and actually get a shot off, which was impressive in its own. He comes up hobbling a little bit. I'm sure he'll he's limping a little bit, but he looks like he's going to stay right there on the field.
As Hamels runs his own teammate, Colin Krause. As the Friars will slow it down to 9 minutes to go in the third. A 7-goal lead for the Malvern Prep Friars. And number 2 team in the country. Number 3 is St. Anthony's out of Long Island. Another Friars. Deerfield Academy up in Massachusetts is right now listed as the number 1 team according to Inside Lacrosse. Nice move to get free. Fires and a save by DeCaney. And it's controlled here by Malvern Prep. DeCaney came out to play it. He gets back into his crease. Nikolic look to the crease. Shot deflected and it goes wide. And the ground ball picked up by Seamus McCain. We were talking about him earlier. And it was off air, but we were talking about McCain. He is the quarterback for this Penn Charter School. Low pass grabbed by Liddell Brown. Gets over the center line.
But I want to give Zach Curtin credit there. I mean, he had another similar play on a clear, 25 for Penn Charter, where the last time he kept the ball and had a 3-man, you know, was being guarded by 3 men right there by the substitution box. That time he passed it to an open teammate. They get the clear. They can settle this down and try to get a good shot on goal. So you live and learn, right? You play and learn. I think Zach Curtin learned something in the first half, and he applied that knowledge right there in the second half.
And very true. Against Penn Charter tries to build this program and get to the lofty heights where Malvern Prep is. Mitchner has it back at X here for Gavin Mitchner. And those two, again, young, already committed, but they have 2 more years of eligibility at the high school level. Gavin Mitchner. Actually, Colin's the senior. Gavin is the sophomore, so he's got 2 more years. They'll join each other. As here's a shot over the head, but a save made by Doherty. Edward Devine starts the fast break for Malvern Prep.
Nobody on Penn Charter there as Gavin Minchner's making that cut. Making that dodge. Nobody's cutting the goal. Everybody's kind of standing around and watching. And they need movement off ball. They've got to be pulling out all the stops here.
A.J. Nikolic leading the way for Malvern Prep in what's been a very balanced scoring attack, but he's got 3 goals.
Yeah, A.J. Nikolic, I'd like to see him get some new arm pads. They're always sliding down his arms there. I'm worried he's, probably worked out the elastic. Oh, boy.
Big check thrown there as Dylan O'Connor got decked. And he's a little slow to get up, but a huge hit. And a lot of argument here from the bench of Malvern Prep, thinking the penalty should have been called. It looked to me that it was shoulder in the chest, which is completely legal. Maybe he got a little high. As we'll take another look at it again.
Hands
ground
look
ball.
high to me in real time.
Oh, he pushed through. Now I can see it. I can definitely see them with the follow-through made by Callahan that a cross-check could have been called.
Yeah, the stick was high. I mean, that's up above the shoulders, definitely below the helmet, which is probably what the referee decided it was a clean hit.
Well, as frustrating as a game it's probably been for the Quakers, that had to probably feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, even with the benefit of the replay in slow motion for you and I, we're still not decided on if it's a penalty or not. So
the Quakers try to thread the needle there, but that wasn't going to work. So now fast break the other way is a long pull. Luca Di Bartolomeo gets free, fires, scores! Luca Di Bartolomeo makes it 11-3 Malvern Prep. And he wanted to tee up earlier, fights through a double team, and then bounces it home.
Pole goals or hype goals, doesn't matter if you're leading by 7 or it's just a point. It's just a goal to get you over the hump and take a lead. John McAvoy is still working the officials here on that hit. He is not happy with that call, or lack thereof a call. He's doing what he should be doing. He's defending his players. It's understood.
A little bit of shoulder there on the loose ball, then a push. And now it's Penn Charter who's not happy after that push. As now it's taken out here by Nikolic. Look to the crease. Shot comes in. Save! Leon Timmons was tiptoeing the crease, and then he throws a check there on Dekaney.
Wow.
Well, referee's letting him play a little bit.
Absolutely. But look at Dekaney. He gets up, points out the new player on the field, leading his defense. I think the refs are. We got a broken stick on the field. Okay, I thought maybe they were giving Dekaney a chance to catch his breath, which you sometimes see an experienced official do for a goalkeeper.
Not necessarily used to the physical contact.
No, but they kind of invent a reason. Like, well, I got to tie my shoe or I got to do something. I'm going to give give the keeper a chance here.
Falkenstein a drive and a clean save.
That was great. He just saw it the whole way, but man, he's quick, huh?
Pass up ahead, gets over the center line. And what do we have? I'm not sure what the infraction was, but he does yell at the bench, and it's going to be Malvern Prep ball. But now losing it on the far side, Joseph Sheridan, so it's gotten a little bit weird out there.
Yeah, the referees that are working this side of the field, their ears are a little red.
Well, it's not a sporting event until people are mad at the referee. That's just tradition. Do it with respect, and nobody has a problem with it. Jerry Rouleau will control, and stutter step his way over the line, making sure he was onside. Now he turns it into space. Looks to the crease, but has nothing there. Fights his way free, and it'll be a timeout called by Penn Charter. Not a bad timeout to take. That was simply to make sure that Jerry Rouleau didn't lose possession there. So with 4:38 left to go in the third quarter, again, an 11-3 lead for Malvern Prep. And we talked earlier about who the winner of this game would face, Haverford. And between Haverford and Malvern Prep, those are your at least 7 champions in the Interact. They've faced each other a number of times. Last year was a big Malvern Prep win by a significant scoreline. The 2 years before that, the last time they had a championship on this very field, a double overtime win for Malvern Prep. Not trying to get ahead of ourselves, but no matter who ends up going to that final, it's usually a very tightly contested game.
Yeah, and Penn Charter would need to score 9 more goals here than Malvern Prep. The way we sit right now. So, look, when you watch European soccer, they're all, if the game ended right now with the way the score is, here are the standings, here are the matchups, here are the fixtures, etc. Right? So, we'll just take that moment as we have a little break in the action. That's the best potential matchup really for this league this year is Malvern Prep and Haverford. They've been 1 and 2 pretty much the whole year. They've been the 2 best teams. EA has been a good challenger and has been the 3rd team all year. If they were fully healthy, they probably could have gotten further into that conversation. But I think we're headed in that direction. I think we would love to see Penn Charter make a dent in this and give us a game here, which would be fantastic. They're certainly playing hard. There's no question about that.
But right now there is a gap between the top 3 and the rest of the conference. It's just right now where it is.
Yep.
And you can see the big effort there put through by Colin Mitchner. And it ends up going out of play. It'll be Malvern Prep possession.
Yeah, I mean, Colin Mitchner is a very good high school lacrosse player. He's going to go play Division I. And I would venture to say he's going to be a contributor at a D1 program at Villanova for multiple years. Every time he turns around, he's got another pole flying at him, all out, ready to slide. It's, Malvern Prep knows how good he is. They know if he gets close to the goal, he's got a good chance of scoring. He has not gotten close. It has been an all-out assault to keep him away.
Look to the far side, trying to cradle his way inside and get the shot off was Nikolic, but he lost it.
Yeah, I love what he was trying to do there. He went into the chest of the defender, almost like a basketball player goes into the chest of a defender to create that space and then lean back and shoot, and he just lost control of the ball. But he's got a whole bag of tricks. Look at this play by Roman Buno.
That is intercepted, moves into the left-hand shot, and it goes high and wide, but it is backed up. That's a great job by Nikolic to get back at X to make sure he's the backup.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, he's the team leader. He's the leading offensive player on this team, and look who's running down, shots that a pole's taken.
And keep in mind, this is also with an 8-goal advantage.
8-goal advantage, yeah. No, great point. I mean, that's the ethos of this team. Their brand is we do everything hard. And they're smart. They play smart. I mean, there's a bunch of guys on this team with high-level lacrosse IQs.
Udo, Nikolic around now for Falkenstein. Sheridan.
Looks like we're getting a zone defense now.
Nice look. Sharp angle, jump shot, score! Liam Timmons. And with 2:42 to go in the third, it's now 12-3.
Timmons just, came with a strong dodge from X, caught the ball in stride. As he's making that cut, he just, he runs right through the defender's check.
A bit of a high check, too, as a flag certainly could have been tossed onto the ground.
Yep. Seamus McCain probably dodged a penalty there, but that's a great play. If you're young and you're playing lacrosse, you always want to keep coming higher on from goal line extended, and a lot of times those checks that are coming off a slide, you can run right through them. That's a great example of it. And then Timms is able to bury it in the back of the net.
Nice move here by Russell Fitzgerald, who has been a bright spot for Penn Charter, doing very well in the face-off X. So here's Owen Black. He'll try to get free. Takes a shot to save by Doherty, who has not been tested a bunch, but he's passed every single one. Now a fast break, as here is Ham. Up ahead and slowed down by Udo. Isolates against McCain. Goes goal line extended. Goes up top. Fires off the crossbar. Hit the underneath of the crossbar.
Well, it looked like it was into me. I mean, it almost looked like it hit the crossbar twice.
But Malvern Prep does come up with possession as we head down towards under 2 minutes to go into the third quarter. Colin Kraus fights through a check. Back up top. Dylan O'Connor being chased by Matthew Callahan. Gets free. Ball down. Good stick check from behind by Callahan, but the ground ball picked up by Udo. 90 seconds left to go in the quarter. Shot comes in and a save off the chest of DeCaney. And DeCaney may have just tripped him, so a delayed penalty coming up as the flag flies. Liam Timmons out now for Mashka. 47 seconds to shoot. And again, delayed penalty against Penn Charter. Majka sweeps all the way to his right, spins left, gets free, fires and a save. And that will stop play. And DeCaney knows it. He knows he's going to have to take a knee. Oh, who do you bring in as a keeper?
26 is the backup.
Looks like it's going to be Peter Poncello.
How'd you like to come in cold, Tom, as a former goalie?
Looked like that shot, by the way, hit the elbow. As close as you can get.
Yeah.
Had so much pace on it that actually knocked the net backwards.
Right. So you've got backup goalie coming in, your man down, you're down 9 goals, and it's a 1 minute penalty. So it's got to be hard to come in cold like this. Let's see how he does.
Udo, the shot net goes wide. But it is backed up by Malvern Prep. 47 seconds to go in the shot clock and in the penalty clock. 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. And it's Udo. Behind for Timmons. Near side, Sheridan. Look back up top. Udo. Look to the crease. Ball down, picked up, shot, score! Joseph Sheridan picks the near side corner for his second of the game, and it's a 10-goal lead for the Friars. And Poncello did all he could to stay with it. But even on the broken play, he's off his angle and bang.
Yeah, it's a tough spot, right? Coming in cold and, you're warmed up before the game. You don't get a lot of reps at halftime. And then you're asked to come in and do that. That's tough. So,
well, very important experience, though. He knows what it's like to play in an Interact playoff game as a sophomore. And against, again, one of the top teams not only in the conference but in the country. As this is tossed to the near side. Good job to keep it alive by Callahan. As here comes Oliver Liedel Brown right up the middle. Tosses it over. Low pass, unable to control as Gavin Mitchner goes back behind the cage. The keeper comes out to play it. He'll toss it down with 8 seconds left. Picked up once again, this time by McCain. 3 seconds. He's got to shoot. Instead, dropped off. Now the shot comes in, and it goes in. It went in after the buzzer. The officials will talk it over. They're going to call it a goal.
I think Minchner tipped it. I think Gavin Minchner just kind of deflected it a little bit, almost like a forward would in hockey. Did it look like he got it on his stick there?
I'm not sure. That's tough to say.
How else would it have been? I mean, it looks like it was redirected a little bit, some way, shape, or form.
Well, we are 3 quarters in. It's 13-4 in favor of Malvern Prep. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action as you're watching the Interact Lacrosse semifinals on the Sports Fan Base Network.
Over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
This quarter is brought to you by Scott Gabrielson and the CBRE, the #1 commercial real estate company in the world, a leader both on and off the field, local, national, or international. Buy, sell, or lease. Call Scott Gabes today.
Welcome back, everybody. As we come to you from the campus of Cabrini University, we'll take a look at that last quote-unquote goal, as this was released before the buzzer, but it was deflected after the buzzer, and that's why it's no goal. It's 13-3.
Yeah, it was a crafty play by Gavin Minchner. Smart play by Liedel Brown just to get it on cage, if you will. But that if Gavin Mincher is able to redirect it, but it was after the time it expired. So,
yeah, much like in basketball, you can shoot as long as it leaves your hand before the buzzer.
Yeah, I'm impressed the referees got together and they had enough intel, if you will, to figure that one out. They made the right call. I mean, the replay validates what they said, and there wasn't much of a debate from Penn Charter. I think they knew as well.
So a 10-goal lead for Malvern Prep here in the fourth quarter, as it will be Penn Charter possession as we do switch sides. And again, down by 10 with 12 minutes left. A long shot to get back. But if you're Penn Charter, you want to, at very least, end the season with a good taste in your mouth. Play well. Try to win the quarter. And knowing, again, you're playing against one of the top teams in the country.
I think they've represented themselves very well here tonight. I mean, I think they're going up against one of the best teams in the country. I mean, we keep saying it, but they're playing hard. They've had a few. There you go.
Big shot there by Colin Mitchner. That's his first of the game, and now it's 13-4.
And that was a cannon. And there was some frustration in that shot, and he gets this on cage so quick and releases it so well. You get a good taste right here of why he's a D1 recruit. I mean, that had
so much pace. It hit the back of the net, hit the post, and back out,
popped
like
out.
Lightning.
Yeah, no, that's a great play. And I bet that he feels pretty good. He would like to get about a dozen more of those, and turn this into a barn burner for everybody here. But yeah, that's a great shot. And just to go back to our thought that we were talking about Penn Charter, I mean, they're playing hard. They're playing great. They're going to get the ball back there. That's a hold.
That's an easy call made. So Penn Charter will try to get some momentum here again.
But they've got a chance to put a dent into this a little bit, and that's talked about leaving this with a good taste in their mouth. That's one way you do it.
Nice shot, and they score. Picks the near side corner, and Owen Black is feeling it.
Owen Black left. He wasn't out on the wing for the faceoff. He came in as a sub, but he came running on, as you see there. He wanted the ball right away. Runs through the check of Roman Buno, and you know what? Roman Buno took the ball away from him earlier and created a turnover, and right there Owen Black was able to kind of pay his township neighbor a little favor back. So a little bit the opposite Radnor on Radnor crime there.
So 2 straight goals for Penn Charter. Loose ball. It will be Malvern Prep possession.
I think that's the first face-off violation today against Russell Fitzgerald. I'm very impressed with him. He, as a freshman, he's going to be a handful in the Interac the next 3 years after this season is completed.
If they can build around him along with Gavin Mitchner, that's a good start for Penn Charter.
Black is still coming back. I mean, there's some real good players coming back. There's a decent core, and they've got great coaching. So hopefully they've got a good group coming up that they can develop.
That shot comes in, they score. Falkenstein, his second of the game. We're making a 14-5 game.
Yeah, the Maryland recruit showing that he's a good dodger and an accurate shooter. Just another layer of who do you cover? Who do you focus on? Who do you put the long stick on? Who do you put the short sticks on? This is a tough team to play against. They've got they're so good, but Fitzgerald again.
Again, a massive bright spot, and it will be Malvern Prep ball.
So what they call there? I didn't see the call. They call a so a little moving screen or interference.
Tough break there because again that draw was pretty much won cleanly.
Yeah, looking ahead to Friday, just assuming we have a Malvern Prep Haverford matchup. Based on the games I've seen this year, I've seen Malvern Prep play now 4 times. This is my 4th time seeing them, and Haverford I've seen probably about a half dozen times. I would give the face-off X advantage to Haverford. I think that is going to be an important part of any kind of challenge that Haverford is going to make against them. That's a pretty goal.
Huge goal there, and the flags fly.
1, 2, 3. Let's assume they all called the same thing, but that was a pretty goal right there.
I believe that was Liam Timmons who was able to knock home his second of the game. That's Timmons back behind. He fights his way through Rulo. Yeah, he got his hands free. And then the late check on him by McCain.
Yeah, he's headed to Franklin and Marshall. That was a great move and a great play.
It looks like the penalty will still be assessed. So, man-up situation for Malvern Prep. They are 2 for 3. So they lead by 10, and we'll get a 1-minute man-up situation. As taking the knee, as we mentioned, is the Penn Charter quarterback, Seamus McCain. So normally he receives the hits in the fall. He gets to dole a couple out in the spring. Why
it's
not?
good. It's good balance, right? It goes from being, the one who takes the hits to the one that gives them out, from the fall to the spring. So life is about balance, Tom.
Being worked to the outside, Mears. You're going to see some new faces, I believe, here for Malvern Prep. They're going to show off some of their depth, get their underclassmen and members of the lower part of the depth chart some opportunities in the semifinal. Why not?
Just look at the way they move the ball, though. It's very crisp. It's right on the sticks.
See, here's Owen Mears, Ortlieb, Nikolic. Back up now for Ortlieb. Look to the crease. Dodge move. Bounced home. Owen Mears, the freshman, is on the board. It's now 16-5. A very impressive 3 for 4 on the man up. As again, tiptoes and had enough time as nobody was coming to him to just bounce it past the keeper to Caney.
So that's freshman to freshman right there, right? Ortlieb to Mears, both freshmen. Mears has been used a lot this year. Lefty attack, lefty man up especially. And then Ortlieb is a freshman. He's got an older brother that plays at one that played at Delaware, and then another older brother that plays at Catholic in Division III.
Oh, flag flies as getting hit hard on the play was George Glom. So it looks like taking the knee for Malvern Prep will be Patrick Mears. I don't think he realized there was a penalty. He went to the bench. Nope, he's got to take a couple of steps to your left. There he goes.
Yeah, he's surprised it's on him.
So a man-up opportunity for Penn Charter. This will be their third opportunity of the game, and they are 0 for 2. So we're under 9 minutes to go.
So they're shutting off Colin Minchner here on man up. Kind of an interesting choice when you're up by 11 goals.
Back up top. The look there by Chet Kempinski. Flag flies. Another penalty coming up against Malvern Prep.
Yeah, it might just be a hold.
Black with a drive, and it goes high. And we'll get the call.
Yep.
Well, there are two coming to the line. But only one will be charged the penalty. It'll be an interference call against Jack Lehman, so he'll take the knee.
Real good opportunity here. So you've got 30 seconds, a 30-second penalty on top of another penalty that's got 30 seconds to go.
So 6-on-4 opportunity here for Penn Charter. Keep the ball moving is the key here against the box. Look to the crease, blocked. It is popped up. They're telling him already to send it down, but running it up ahead is Keenan. Then he'll fire it all the way down as a clear. This will go all the way down, and it will be possession for Penn Charter, and there go both penalties.
I'm going to guess that send it is actually code for shoot it, and then they'll just try to win the race to the end line. That looked more like a pass than a shot. So
taken here by Malvern Prep. Possible odd man opportunity, but Timmons gets away from Rulo. Goal line extended. Rulo stays with him. And now here's Dylan O'Connor. Down to 7:20 left to go.
It looks like the Malvern defense is swapping out some of their starters for some of the younger players.
Get them some important experience. Again, the final on Friday. Also get your starters, your top depth chart players. Get them some rest. Make sure they're healthy as Udo gets free. Shot comes in, big save. Noah DeCaney has been sharp in spite of giving up 16 goals. He's made at least, I'd say, 5 or 6 quality saves. And add another 5 more. As trying to running back his way free is McCain. And he got the worst of it. It will be Penn Charter ball, but McCain is slow to get up. Again, he initiated the hit.
Yes, he did.
And it looked like he was,
this is a football play right there. He lowered his shoulder.
Oh, maybe it was the trip that.
But I think it was the knee going down, and then.
I thought that maybe it was a step there by Luca Di Bartolomeo.
Could be a whole bunch of things there, right?
But it was definitely McCain trying to grab the first down.
I mean, you're running around the whole time. You're chasing, Udo and Nikolic and Falkenstein. I mean,
Big shot in the goal. Heavy windup there from Colin Mitchell. That's his second goal of the game. And that pulls Penn Charter within 10.
And that's sort of his signature play. He loves to sweep across, parallel to goal line extended, just wait for that defender to throw a check that he can run through, create space, time and space for himself, and get his hands free, and then he can put that on cage. He's an accurate shooter.
And that's one that Doherty, I would think, wants. Again, there was some distance to it, so a lot of keepers will think they will have that, but there was just such good aim on it, going against the grain too.
Yeah, no slide, but it's an impressive shot just because he's got all that momentum going away from the goal.
Cabal Almonte with a clean draw victory in his senior year. And haven't heard a lot from him this year, but he was very good in the draws in previous years when I've seen Malvern Prep. I'm not sure if he's been lowered on the depth chart or if there's a injury situation, but great to get him back out there. So Ryan Trainer will control and around the far side. This is John Bickle getting an opportunity. I would imagine this is the time to get your lower depth chart seniors out there as well. As that shot is rolled wide. It's getting tangled up with Liam Timmons. Backed up by Malvern Prep with 5:37 to go in the fourth. Here's Colin Kraus. Kraus draws the double, fights through it, looks to the crease, nothing there. That'll go wide, but it is backed up once again, this time by Ryan Trainer. $17 to shoot for the Friars with 5:20 to go in the fourth. They're going to ask him to go to the outside.
I'm going to have to do some trainer homework for Friday's game because this is a younger trainer.
They just keep
as
on
a sophomore. Coming. Yeah, Kyle's a senior, and we got Ryan as a sophomore. So,
and this shot is backed up.
I need to figure out, is he the 6th trainer boy or is he the 5th? And I was wrong with Kyle. Kyle was the 4th, so I got to do my homework on that.
Again, Friday night, the Interact Championship game. Winner of this game takes on Haverford. Right now, it does look like it's pretty squarely going to be Malvern Prep. Again, that'll be a 7 o'clock start here on the Sports Fanbase Network. Ian Fitzpatrick is in the game for Penn Charter. Owen Black gets the short pass. He tries to power his way free, spins his way over the line. Then just as he does, he loses it on the stick check from Jack Carroll. Stumbling his way free, but losing it is Brendan Krause. And now here come the Quakers the other way. Trying to get free is Mitchner. Nice move to at least draw some space, then tosses it up ahead. Grabbed by Owen Black, fires, and it goes wide. But it is backed up by Penn Charter with 4:15 to go. Over a minute to shoot, so plenty of time. Shot from the outside, they score! Colin Mitchner with the hat-trick goal.
You could hear Minchner call for the ball. He started to cut, and he said, "Ollie," as in Oliver Liddell Brown, and he knew exactly who was calling it and where to put it. And that's the sweep to his sweep across the crease, going from the goalie's left to right, momentum going away from the goal, and he's still able to get some real power behind that shot. And that's like a half high to low kind of shot. That's a tough shot to stop.
And low on the offhand of the keeper. Just hard to get the stick down there quickly enough.
And look at the ride.
And they don't quit. Doesn't matter what the score is. That's a nice job getting over the line by Fitzgerald, though.
Billy Irish just going hard the whole way. Another flag goes flying.
That shot comes in, they score. Owen Black. So it's now 16-8, and a flag once again.
I think we got a cross check on Malvern Prep there, if I saw the signal.
So Penn Charter will go back on the man up for the 5th time. That is a lot. A lot of penalties in this game.
All right, but so it's a man down face-off. Still 3:46 left to go here.
And all of a sudden, the deficit is 8.
And Reggie Miller once scored, 7 points in however many seconds?
In like 8 seconds. And as a Knicks fan, please don't remind me.
All right. So I don't know what the lacrosse equivalent is, but it would be fun to see something like that happen right now. That's for sure. Well, that's a good job by. So we were talking about the face-off guys that are wrestlers. I'm pretty sure we had 2 right there. We know for sure that, well, actually, we made the educated guess that Fitzgerald is a wrestler. But that was, that was Dylan Almonte, the backup face-off guy, who I'm pretty sure is a wrestler as well. So you saw that grapple, that scrape that the two of them had.
Well, Black had a high riser, but no backup, so it's going to be Malvern Prep possession. They're down a man. And scooting through here is Colin Krause. Krause up ahead.
Well, credit to Penn Charter. They're still playing hard. I mean, their guys are going hard. I mean, Gavin Minster there, laying out, trying to ride and get the ball back, create more opportunity for his team. Can't question the heart of this Penn Charter team. And it starts with the coach. He definitely feeds that into those kids. He coaches hard. They play hard. This is a tough task to play against this Malvern team.
Krause will go all the way back up top for John Bickle. Bickle over for Ryan Trainer. 35 to shoot for the Friars. Shoulder barge by Zachary Curtin. Sharp angle shot, that goes wide. And it is backed up by Penn Charter. So the outlet pass up ahead here for Zachary Curtin. He gets over the center line. He's being chased from behind. Cradles in front of him and then peels off. Drops it off now for Colin Mitchner. Near side shot, and it's rolled low by Liddell Brown, but it is backed up by the Quakers with 2:14 to go and 69 to shoot. Colin Mitchner leading the way for Penn Charter with the hat trick. Back at X. Looks for cutters, lowers the shoulder, spins right, draws the double, throws it to the crease. That goes wide. And it will be ruled a pass, and Malvern Prep will get possession.
Yeah, and Liddell Brown knew that was a pass. He laid out trying to get there in time. Another example of Penn Charter they're trying hard. They're playing hard.
We're under 2 minutes to go, jogging it up ahead. And now over the timeline. Bickle Around it goes. Cullen Lutz. And some new names we're going to see out there. John Bickle. And going a little bit deeper into the depth chart.
Yeah, another freshman, though. I mean, there's some real good youth and some depth at sophomore and freshman on this roster. I mean, it's hard enough to make this team as a freshman. That is saying something.
Trainer to the outside with 35 to shoot. Harassed the whole way by Owen Black. Look to the near side. Trying to jog over here is Onderdonk. Jack Irish drops it off. Sweep to the right. Loses his footing. Still finds a way to keep and get through the traffic. That's good work by Bickle. 10 to shoot. Bickle. Now back at X. William Irish. Lowers the shoulder. Fires and it goes wide. Flags fly. As he got hit after the shot. 42 seconds left to go. And it looks like Malvern Prep will go on another man up. It'll be their 5th. They are 3 for 4. And got the shot off and then wham. A very late hit by Patrick McDonough. They're going to go with a 2-minute penalty there and unreleasable. So he's done. And another flag flies. And it looks like they're calling over Gavin Mitchner.
So that's essentially a bench penalty. It's a penalty on head coach Pat McDonough.
A little frustration here from the Penn Charter coaching staff. So now it'll be 2 men up. So it does look like it will be Mitchner to serve that.
So this is full time for each of the penalties. Not that it's essentially academic at this point because we've got less than a minute left in the game.
At this point, if you're Malvern Prep, you're just going to play catch for the next 29 seconds. Call off the dogs. And you can hear on the far side the student section for Malvern Prep giving them a big hand. Great effort here from Malvern Prep, doing exactly what they had to do in this one. As they will punch their ticket to another final here in the Interact Conference. They will take on Haverford tomorrow night as they defeat Penn Charter. Final score of 16-8.
Classy move by Malvern Prep there. No reason for them to go to the goal. And here we go. So we got the Haverford Malvern Prep. In the history of the Interact, sort of the classic matchup of these two programs, and I think we'll be ready for a real competitive game on Friday night. Looking forward to it.
A gutty effort for Penn Charter again, even to get to this game again. A huge overtime win over Germantown Academy to get here. They tried to ride that momentum against Malvern Prep, but again, number 2 team in the country, hoping to be number 1 when all things are said and done. You knew that the Malvern Prep was not going to deal with anything from Penn Charter as far as momentum. They took the momentum and just ran with it the entire way. So the final has been decided. It'll be Haverford, it will be Malvern Prep, and it will be on Friday night at 7 p.m. here on the Sports Fan Base Network. For all of us here at Edith Robb Dixon Field on the campus of Cabrini University in Radnor, Pennsylvania, and for my partner Clark Pierce, this is Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.